When you look at Snake Pass, your first impression is this is a very simple, colorful, happy little game. And although it's definitely colorful and happy, it's not so much simple if you start looking at the real technical aspects.
Basically, when people look at a game, they see what they think they're going to see, so they don't really know what's going on behind the scenes.
So this is anything from how the snake moves, to the physics, to lighting and all the other game mechanics.
When you start looking at it and you start thinking about why is this snake moving the way it is moving, how would I make a snake move like that, that's when the problems start, and that's where you start realising that there's more going off there than is self-evident.
In a traditional video game, the character is essentially a capsule in the world, and we move that capsule around either in code or we drive it from animations. And what we do then to actually make it look like an in-game character, we skin it, rig it, and we apply different animations to it depending on the current action of the character.
If you were to make the snake move in the same way as Centipede, for example, he'd go in a straight line, no problem, turn left, sharp right, and you know, one thing follows another and it's all perfect, and it looks totally wrong. It doesn't look like a real snake. Snakes don't move like that.
We had to completely abandon that idea and really reinvent a lot of systems that rely on one capsule moving through the world.
So in Snake Pass, we've taken a different approach to a traditional game because we wanted to replicate a real-life snake movement.
The best way to get a snake to move like a snake is to find someone who's owned a snake. In the case of Snake Pass, the main character, the main snake, Noodle, he has to be moved by physics.
We didn't want to use canned animations, we wanted it to be really fluid.
So he's made up of multiple body parts, same as a real snake will be made up of multiple body parts.
There's essentially 35 of these capsules all chained together. So this has massive impacts on all kinds of things that just don't work the way you're used to. Like a simple example, the camera.
For each sphere, we check if it's in contact with a surface and what surface type it's in contact with, which we'll then use to give it a traction value. Secondly, we look at the curviness of the snake. So when a snake's slithering on the ground, you'll notice it's in kind of an S shape.
All of which react to what the player's input, the player's controls. So if you swing it left, you swing it right, swing it left, swing it right, all of the muscles are coming to play, each one pulling on the other, each one counteracting other forces that are involved, and you end up with a realistic snake movement.
So another little detail that we've put a lot of focus in is the grass.
The old Sonic games, the old Donkey Kong games, they all have this really lush green grass. So how do you reimagine that in a real powerful engine like the one we use now?
There is built into Unreal foliage system, and the grass is built on top of that. The foliage system allows for wind forces and other bits and pieces to come in to make it look like it's realistically waving.
That foliage isn't usually displaced by the character. However, in Snake Pass, the snake is always in the grass.
We wanted lots and lots and lots of grass. But not only that, we didn't want, because the key here is that in most games, something like grass is well away from the player. So unless the grass is 20 foot tall, your player is not going to really be interacting with it. With snake, your snake is low to the ground, it's a snake in the grass. Sorry, I have to say it, but it's a snake in the grass. That being said, the grass has got to react to the snake.
So one of our coders called Amit, based at our India studio, came up with a solution to this, and it's really quite neat.
We just effectively make it blow away from the snake. So it knows how each individual component of the snake is moving in order to accept some of the velocity of the snake. So if the snake is moving and part of his body is moving left, the blades of grass that are near that part of the body that are moving left bend to the left. But at the same time, the bits that are just in front that are moving to the right, because the snake's coiled or twisted, they'll move in the correct direction. Lighting is an interesting more in that for a game such as Snake, you just got to be because we're spending so much GPU time on the grass. And each blade of grass can cast a shadow, and it's all moving. Then we've got to be very, very careful with light positioning and how we actually handle that. But other than that, you know, it's a fairly standard. Here's a light source. Here are a few flames and torches that are animated in the world just to give you that little bit more of a dynamic feel. But nothing too extreme with life.
It's the attention to detail and technical challenges that we've overcome that really help make Snake Pass stand out, and it's really something special.